Okay, but I want to cover the theory relating to it. Okay, so do you understand what a journal is? We'll show how to draw up a journal later on. Okay. Alright, so the first bit is, we spoke about the steps earlier. Transactions will have source documents. What are source documents? It's proof or evidence that something has taken place. Okay, so if I buy something, what do I get? A till slip. That's a source document. If I'm buying something, is that a payment or a receipt? It's a payment. I'm buying something. Okay, so if I'm buying something, I've got a payment. So where would I record that? In a journal that represents all my payments. Okay, do I only buy for one item? Do I only buy one item? Do I only pay for one item? No, I could buy many items. Okay, do I only buy once a month? No, you could probably buy several times a month. Okay, so if I'm buying, let's say, inventory, if I'm buying stock, I'm not going to buy stock once and that's it. I'm going to buy stock as and when I need it. Are all those transactions similar? Yes. Okay, if I buy stock, I'm buying stock. It doesn't matter how many times I've bought stock, I'm still buying stock. So when are transactions recorded? Not at the end of the financial year. That means, so when I go to the store and I buy something, I'm going to wait till the end of the year to record it. No. When the transaction takes place. There's the answer. Perfect. Okay, when the transaction takes place. Right, so when transactions arise, they must be recorded. Okay, so if you go to the shop and you buy something, it gets recorded. If you buy inventory today, it gets recorded. If you contribute capital to the business, it gets recorded. If you take from the business in terms of drawings, it gets recorded. Okay, so the answer is transactions are recorded when they occur. And that's why we have accounting books, we have journals. So this is what a journal is. A journal is a classification box for transactions. What does that mean? Well, it means I'm grouping similar transactions in a particular journal. Because they're similar, they're affecting the same accounts. Okay, so if I'm looking at the cash receipts journal and the cash payments, what's the focus? Well, if I'm buying, or, well, let's say if I'm paying or receiving, what account am I always affecting? The bank. Okay, I didn't write that in. Let's put it in. Bank. Bank asset, increase or decrease. Okay, that's the focus. Right, you do get different journals. You get purchases journals and you get purchase returns journals. If I'm looking at a purchases journal, who am I dealing with? Debtors or creditors? Debtors or creditors? Think about it. Who do you buy from? A debtor or a creditor? Correct. A creditor. There's the focus. Okay, so creditors will either go up, liability increase, or decrease. Okay, sales. Who do I sell to? Debtors. Good. So your sales will either go up or down. Debtors, asset, increase or decrease. Right, and then general journal is for other transactions. Things that aren't affecting bank, things that aren't affecting creditors, things that aren't affecting debtors. Okay. Right, so that's the purpose of a journal. Okay, I'll show you how to do a journal exercise later on. Okay, we'll show a journal. We'll capture transactions in a journal. Right now, I'm going to give you some homework to do. Okay, I want you to tell me what you think are going to be the debits and credits for each of these journals. Okay, Something to consider.
I'm not sure I'm understanding the question.
Okay, so I'll do this one then, just so you're understanding what I'm saying. Okay, right. Cash receipts journal. If I'm looking at transactions in the cash receipts journal, what is the business doing? Receiving cash or paying cash? Receiving cash. So when you receive cash, what do you do to bank? Increase the bank. So how do I increase the bank? Debit the bank. There's the answer. Okay, I didn't write that. Let's write it in. Bank, asset, increase. Okay, the credit could be for anything else. It could be for income. It could be for capital. Okay, you're receiving something. Okay, etc. There are other instances where you've received something. But this is the NB. Okay, if I'm looking at the cash receipts journal, there's going to be a debit for the bank because the bank account is going up. Okay, because am I receiving cash or paying cash? I'm receiving cash. See, that's the answer. Does that make sense? Okay, so I want you to think about those other journals because we spoke about it here in terms of journals group transactions. So I want you to tell me what sort of transactions do you think we'll see in a journal? Okay, maybe just to wrap up this bit, in a cash payments journal, would I expect to see payments? Yes. So what accounts will I affect? Expenses could be part of the payments. Okay, so expenses would be recorded here. Expense, or I could buy an asset, or I could pay a liability. Okay, but if I'm paying, what account is going to be affected? Bank. Asset, decrease. See, there's the NB. Okay, so for a cash payments journal, bank is always going to decrease. For a cash receipts journal, bank is always going to increase. It's always going to increase. It's always going to decrease. It's not going to change. Okay, because what am I doing? I'm capturing transactions in a specific journal. Okay, so journals capture transactions. Right, you just told me I can pay for an expense. You told me I could pay for an asset. Okay, so if I buy a laptop, it's an asset. It's going to be credit bank, debit the asset. If I buy stationery, it's going to be credit the bank, debit the stationery. If I pay a liability, okay, I pay off a loan, it's going to be credit the bank, debit the loan. Okay, it doesn't matter what I pay, but I'm paying something. Does that make sense? Okay, so that's what I want you to consider for all the others. Okay, so I've given you a bit of a guidance here in terms of CRJ, CPJ. Okay. All right, so please go over these. We'll discuss them next time. Okay? Yeah, just give me your thoughts. Okay, we'll cover it, we'll discuss it. Okay, then I've got some homework for you guys to do.